Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Wednesday update call and Q&A for Avazoo Worldwide Holdings, home of the Billion Dollar Raffle. My name is Sean Hoover, and I will be filling in for Dave today. Dave, Paul, and Nigel are at our live event in India, ITB India show, and they are on. They will be starting day 2 here in about 7 hours, I believe. 6 hours, 7 hours. It's in Mumbai, India. And apologize, the link for today's call that was in the CRC accidentally got used for a recording, a live streaming of the ITB India show from day 1. So I just posted the link for YouTube for this call that we made in the CRC as well. So if you know of anyone having a problem getting on this call, if you could let them know that is in the CRC main feed, be in the know. So give this, let's see, we'll go ahead and jump into updates. So first and foremost, we have the live show happening in India. They've had a lot of interest. The show sponsor or the company that puts on the show has let them know that our booth has been the most active booth at the entire show by far. Angela has been scheduling appointments, has had the team fully booked for the entire first day and the second day and the third day. Dave said for future shows, he said based on the way this show has happened, it would be more like a 12-person team that will be doing the show based on how well Angela has booked the appointments and the interest level. So it's a great. A lot has been learned, and we've gotten a lot of good feedback. So there's day 2 coming up here in, I believe it's 7 hours, 7 or 8 hours actually. And then there'll be day 3. We do have some new links for live streaming from the ITV India show available for Dave. And those should be being posted in the CRC Center, and they should also be showing up on Facebook and some of the other feeds. We're going to stagger some of those instead of putting all of them all up at once. That way we don't lose them, get them buried in the feed. The other updates for today for the company, we've identified, we've been doing some test purchases all around the world. Just to confirm that the merchant platform is fully integrated into our system. We've gone back and forth with the tech team from the merchant platform, and they made some adjustments on their end, which cleared up a few things. We were able to identify an issue that the iPhone was having. So if you are an iPhone user or anyone in your group is an iPhone user, if you click on a banner that is posted to Facebook, the banner is supposed to redirect that person to either a landing page of some sort, whether it's the AAP landing page if they click on an AAP banner, or it would be a personal landing page if they click on one of the personal landing page banners. What's happening though is it's opening up in a Facebook native browser. It's not opening up in iPhone Safari browser, or if you have Chrome as your default browser for iPhone, which you can do. It's not opening up in one of those browsers. It's opening up in a Facebook browser, and it does not allow redirects. So we had a gentleman that tried to do a test purchase for us in Spain, and he filled out the landing page form, and it never took him to the avazoo.com where he could select his entry level. And then it would have taken him to the registration form where he could have registered and then paid for the ticket. So we've scrambled to figure out exactly what was happening. Roy and the tech team has done a great job. So if you're an iPhone user now, or any of your referrals are iPhone users, when they click on your banner post, it's going to take them to Facebook's native page for that first, and then it will give the option to continue in a browser. So it's pretty seamless. I've tested it myself, and it very intuitive. It doesn't seem anywhere or out of place. So we've identified that issue. It's been fixed. Just wanted to let you know in case any of your team or referrals have been saying, hey, I don't know what's happening, but I can't get to the purchase aspect or the purchase page. One of the other areas we're also working on optimizing, always working on optimizing so that if you're in a country that you don't have 5G on your cellular, where Dave is, 3G is the fast speed in India. Some of the pages, some of those redirects take a while to load. And so we're going to be having information letting people know that the page is loading. And then also the loading times will be reduced dramatically. I don't know, some of you posting banners to Facebook, it used to take a while before you got redirected back to the app where it would tell you, congratulations, you just earned X number of entries for posting that banner to Facebook. I've been noticing that it's almost instant now. Rumor was able to implement some improvements in the way the system handles pulling the data from our free entry database. So you'll notice that free entries update more quickly in your app in the upper right-hand corner after you do a post. You'll notice that if you're in your dashboard and you're looking at your recent activity, that updates much more quickly. So just going out there, trying to look at this from all angles, look at every way we can improve our platform to make the process as seamless and easy and as quick as possible for people all around the world. We've also gone through, we're optimizing all of our images on all of our sites, landing pages, the websites, the forms. We've got some automated plugins that are going through and doing some optimization in addition to manually taking each image that's on every single site and resizing those for optimal loading times, because we've gotten a lot of feedback from our Avazoo family that some of you're using mobile. Most people are viewing sites on their mobile device, and that's unless you're at home connected to your Wi-Fi, or in a lot of cases, people aren't connected to Wi-Fi. They're using their data plans. So to have something take a lot of time to load and be a large amount of data that needs to load. So just know we're doing everything on our end to make it faster, cheaper for people using data, and trying to make it as simple as possible while still meeting all of the requirements that we have as a licensed raffle, regulator requirements, licensing requirements. Those still have to be met. There's really nothing we can do to modify or change that. But what we can do is make sure that the software we're using, the servers we're using, everything we have control over is being used as optimally as possible. As far as ticket sales, we are seeing ticket sales come in. We have not started a massive marketing campaign yet. We wanted to verify that the cryptocurrency platform is functioning, which we've got cryptocurrency sales from Ghana, from a couple other places around the world, a couple different countries in Africa. I apologize, I'm drawing a blank. It starts with an E. And in addition to Ghana, we've got a cryptocurrency from Nigeria. Victor, one of our teams, tested that the other day. We've got a couple other tests in the work. We've also tested the refund process for those that don't send in the full amount, whether it be their wallet, it charges an additional fee. So one of the things that we're also going to be modifying is the information that they see. Basically a note, your wallet informs you of how much you're sending, but your wallet also informs you how much the receiver is going to get. And we need to really highlight the fact that if the amount required to purchase a ticket, say, is 22 tokens of cryptocurrency, and you notice on your wallet that the receiver will receive 19.44 tokens, that's not going to be enough. So at that point, that's where it'll alert the sender, my wallet is charging a fee as well as the network fee that's charged to make this payment. Little things like that it's not that does not happen on every wallet. It does not happen on the 2 wallets that I use primarily, but it does happen on others. One of the tests that we did, their wallet rounds up to a 2-digit. Well, if you've ever used a crypto platform before and purchased something with crypto or sent cryptocurrency to someone, you'll notice that sometimes there's 6 numbers after the decimal point. It might be 2.64825 of Bitcoin. That'd be a lot of Bitcoin, but some wallets are set to round up and to 2-digit or round off at 2-digit, and we noticed that created an issue. So if it were a simple system that every wallet worked the same around the world, it would be a much simpler world. But each wallet has its own idiosyncrasies, and so we are trying to do what we can do to account for all of those things. And the only way we can do that is when we hear from somebody that makes the attempt. Hey, I tried to make a payment, but this is what happened. We cannot thank you enough for that. But at this point, we want to let our Avazoo family know we are getting successful cryptocurrency payments. We are getting successful Visa, MasterCard payments. We are trying to add additional forms of payment always. For example, if you know of a payment platform, send it in on our suggestion form. We're happy to look at it. Once again, it has to comply with our licensing and our regulatory body, but we're always looking for ways to make this process easier for people to join and purchase their raffle ticket. Moving on to the next update. Just checking a note. Okay, so the round robin, that ends on the 30th. And that's the regulator is the one that's ending that. So if you want to qualify for the round robin, you have to, this is the last week, and I just got notes. You have to post 4 banners on 2 different social media platforms. You have to go to the sponsors and supporters and comment on 2 of the videos. I've got Deanna and I've got Elias on here with me. I'm going to let Elias translate the round robin information first. And then Elias, if you would just let our Spanish speaking Avazoo members know that we are having successful sales on both the cryptocurrency platform and the Visa MasterCard platform. I'll let you let them know that now, so we're not waiting to the very end for our Spanish speaking guests. Elias was here for a second. I apologize if it's my internet. Elias.
Hello, hello. Can you hear
Hello,
me?
Elias. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Okay, let me explain then. Hola, hola, ¿qué tal? Muy buenas tardes, ¿cómo están todos? Y gracias por estar aquí. Eh, tenemos el round robin, la última semana de round robin porque se termina el día domingo, el final del mes. Si todavía usted no estaba haciendo lo que debe hacer para calificar al round robin, esta semana puede calificar. Tiene chance para calificar. Recuerda, el round robin es algo poderoso que puede ayudar a usted y a todos. Entonces, ¿cómo usted puede calificar al round robin de hoy hasta el final del mes? Primero, cuando usted entra a la aplicación de Avazoo, usted debe compartir 4 banners en 2 redes sociales. Esto sí o sí hay que hacerlo cada día de hoy hasta el final del mes. 4 banners en 2 redes sociales. Vuelvo a repetir, 4 banners en 2 redes sociales. Y ojo, debe de comentar, debe de poner algo con el banner. No solamente mandar el banner y punto. No, debe de poner algo. Línea, 2 líneas, quiere hablar algo sobre Avazoo, debe de poner un comentario, por lo menos una línea, pero debe de poner algo de tus palabras, ¿ok? Comentando en estos banners. También debe de entrar al supporters, ¿ok? Que son los sponsors o los patrocinadores, y debe ver 2 videos y comentar en 2 videos de aquí hasta el final del mes. De esta manera usted puede calificar al round robin. Ok, ahorita. La otra cosa, Avazoo estuvimos haciendo pruebas y pruebas en todos los países de compra de boletos, sea por tarjeta de débito, de crédito o por criptomoneda. El sistema está incorporado al 100% y está trabajando sin ningún problema. Siempre cuando uno quiere pagar con las criptomonedas, debe de verificar siempre que está mandando la cantidad correcta de tokens. Por ejemplo, el boleto, por decir, el $20, y usted quiere pagarla con USDT, por ejemplo, ¿ok? Debe mandar la cantidad correcta a la página, porque hay unas billeteras, cuando usted quiere mandar $20 o 20 USDs o 20 Tron o 20 lo que sea, ok, debe mandar un poquito más en ciertas ocasiones. Por ejemplo, en la billetera tuya, usted debe de ver si el total es 20, en la billetera va a decir a usted, ok, vamos a mandar 20 exacto. Entonces ellos calcularon la comisión por aparte. Pero hay unas billeteras, si usted pide mandar 20 tokens, por ejemplo, la billetera va a decir a usted, va a llegar 19 y fracción. Entonces, en realidad no estás mandando la cantidad correcta. Debe de poner atención a tu billetera, cómo está mandando el dinero, porque hay unas billeteras, se cobra la comisión por aparte y hay otras billeteras, se dedica del monto que se quita del monto que usted quiere mandar. Entonces, si usted quiere mandar 20 tokens, va a mandar 19 o menos de tokens. Entonces, debe poner atención cómo estás haciendo la transacción y la cantidad, el que usted quiere mandar es correcta al 100%. ¿Ok? Gracias por escuchar. Ok, Sean.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Elias.
Okay.
Very, very helpful. All right. As far as other updates, aside from the fact that we're still making sure that the Visa MasterCard is fully integrated, like I said, the technical team for the merchant platform did make some modifications that did seem to fix, and every transaction that we've tested around the world or that has happened naturally, somebody got referred or somebody went to the website, all of those have gone through that we're aware of. So we were just wanting to make sure that before we did the mass marketing, that as many tests could be done around the world. We're still going to be testing in a few other countries. And then you'll start to see some marketing campaigns started. We are emailing all of our pending payment ticket holders. These are individuals that have been with us for a while that reserved a ticket or registered for a ticket, but at the time there was not a payment method available. And then we have some reserve ticket holders, two different categories, that similar situation though. We are emailing all of them to let them know that they can make their payment now. Each day an email goes out. The one that went out yesterday, if the individual opened it yesterday and they were to make their payment yesterday, they would have received 500 free entries. The email that's going out today, it will not go out to the ones that opened it yesterday. It will only go out to people that did not open the email yesterday. They will receive 400 free entries if they make their payment today. Tomorrow, 300, Friday, 200, Saturday, 100, and then Sunday, if they have not made their payment on Sunday, we are required to delete them. They can register and purchase their ticket again after that point. But the downside is they will lose any and all entries, free entries that they've earned to date. So some of them, they've got hundreds, if not thousands of free entries that they've earned. So we're doing everything we can to notify them and let them know, hey, you've got until end of the month, April 30th. If you haven't made your purchase by then, by EU law, we have to delete your information. And some people are like, well, what if I'm not in the EU? EU law is the most stringent. And in order for us to comply internationally, this is the way it was explained to me, in order for us to comply internationally, we have to basically comply with the most stringent. So EU law does not allow you to keep information from a non-interested party for more than a certain amount of time. So that information is going out. And the reason I bring this up is if you know of anyone, if you have anyone in your team or any referrals that you know they registered, but for whatever reason at the time, maybe the payment platform was not available, or maybe they forgot, during the Double Down program. If you know of anybody that is like that, someone from your team or someone that you referred, please reach out to them and let them know. We are doing everything we can to let them know. Like I said, as soon as somebody opens their email, we do not email them again. So we're not trying to spam anybody. But if they didn't open email on day one, they will get day two email. And then on Sunday, we have to delete them. And we don't want anyone to, come back to us and say, oh, I had 3,000 free entries and I lost them all. Is there any way I can get those back? There isn't, unfortunately. So if I'm just asking for your help, if you know of anybody, if you've referred anybody that has gone through the registration process but just hasn't made their payment, and you can tell this if you go into your profile, you'll be able to see that under your referrals, everybody that you've referred, as a memory jogger, I'm just saying, reach out to them, let them know, hey, the Visa MasterCard platform is functional. The cryptocurrency platform is functional. Get in there, make your payments so you don't lose any free entries. That's all I'm saying. So with that being said, just a quick recap. We've got the ITB India event where Dave, Nigel, and Paul are at. They're live streaming from India. There is a 10:30 a.m. live stream that we have set up, at 12:30, a 2:30, and a 4:30 for Thursday. Those are India times. Thursday the 27th and Friday the 28th. So those will be posted in the CRC calendar. and you'll see those on the Avazoo YouTube, Facebook pages. If you're up in at that hour, or you can go back and watch them at a later time on our YouTube channels. I can't guarantee that all of those times will be live streamed, but we have set up the broadcast for those times to be used. And I do know Dave will be using some of them, if not all of them. We also, once again, iPhone users, if you know anybody that had a problem making a purchase with iPhone from a Facebook page banner, that has been fixed. Visa, MasterCard open around the world. Cryptocurrency open around the world. Round robin ends on Sunday. And regulator said it's done. So if you can get your requirements met so you can get into the round robin, I highly recommend pushing for that. And lastly, if you know of anybody that has registered but hasn't made their purchase, let them know they need to do that by the 30th, or we have to take them out of our platform in order for us to comply with EU law. That's all of the updates for today. If we want to move into Q&A, I've got Deanna on here. Elias, real quick before we go into Q&A, is there anything that I spoke or mentioned that still needs to be translated? Because I don't want to leave any of our Spanish-speaking guests in the dark.
Okay, let me share some information concerning the iPhone and this stuff and the
Perfect,
emails. Ok. Hola de nuevo. Teníamos, porque ya está resuelta el problema, todas las personas que tenían un problema de compra por medio de iPhone y por medio de un banner de Facebook, supuestamente no pasaba a la página de mandar la información y todos esos detalles. Este problema ya está resuelta. Entonces, los usuarios de iPhone pueden hacer la compra normal sin ningún problema. La otra cosa, si tiene alguna persona que hizo una compra, por ejemplo, si usted invitaste a una persona o alguna otra persona de tu equipo invitó otro y no hicieron el pago, compraron boleto y no hicieron el pago, te recomiendo que hazlo antes del final de este mes. ¿Por qué? Porque al final de este mes van a ser todos borrados del sistema. Entonces, ojo con esto. Si tiene alguna persona que compró un boleto y no pagó o no hizo el pago, no realizó el proceso de pago, debe de hacerlo hasta final de este mes. Al contrario, va a ser eliminado del sistema. Gracias. Okay, Sean. You are muted.
Thank you so much, Elias, for letting me know I was muted as well. Oh, dear God. Just trying to respond to people that don't remember there's an update call right now. So thank you. So we will jump into Q&A, and I see that Deanna has gone through and starred some of the questions out there. And I also starred two that I wanted to make sure we touched on. But first and foremost, Deanna, I should have asked you first, do we have any questions on the Q&A form? I can pull it up myself. I apologize. I should have asked you first.
I'm sorry. I did not pull up the Q&A form.
I've got it right here. I'm just double checking it. Justin, let me know. As of yesterday, we didn't have anything added, but I'm just going to make sure that we don't have anything added since yesterday, to be fair, because we do like to review the Q&A form questions first. Okay, so we do have yes, we have one on the Trust Wallet from Julie Grooms. The question is there any way for an NFT to be moved from one Trust Wallet to another Trust Wallet if the person paid for the ticket using one Trust Wallet and then logged out and did not keep their 12-word ooh? Okay, so unfortunately, it's just like cryptocurrency. So if they opened a Trust Wallet and they did not write down that 12-word recovery phrase. The mnemonic phrase is what it's called by some wallets, recovery phrase by other wallets. If they didn't write that down, or they cannot find it, and they logged out and they cannot log back in, a NFT, minted NFT, is just like cryptocurrency. If you can't get back into your wallet, you cannot get that NFT. Now, we have record of that on our system. So I will have to do a little research and speak to the team and speak with management to see how that works, because we do have that information. We do have the BSC scan information. Bluntly, we have record that payment was made and the NFT was minted. We do not have any access to get that NFT once it's been deposited in that BSC wallet address. It's just like cryptocurrency. And if you lose access to the wallet, you lose access to the cryptocurrency and any NFT that you have stored there. I was just researching this for somebody else the other day, a friend of mine, and you can reach out to the cryptocurrency wallet company themselves. Everything I've researched, everything I've been told by the two different wallets I use the most, they have no way to recover a wallet either, unless, this is the big unless, there are some wallets, and I'm trying to remember the term that's used. There are some wallets that are managed. It's not really the right term, but they're managed by the company that owns the wallet. For example, I believe, oh gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue, the terminology. I believe Coinbase.
Custodial or not custodial?
Yes, thank you. So MetaMask is a non-custodial wallet. Coinbase, I believe Trust Wallet is a custodial-based wallet. They might be able to help you, but if it's a non-custodial wallet, I know for sure there's nothing that can be done. So,
but sorry for interrupting you, Sean, but for security reasons, if they cannot get any way to prove that that person is the owner, they will never get it. Right. They will never. This is, it's a fact. Like we say, it's gone with the wind.
That's exactly right. Now, I do know that I have a custodial wallet that I had an issue with. They made me take a selfie holding my passport up next to my face and holding a newspaper with the current date. And they were able to help me back into that wallet. Now, that's been many years ago. I don't know if custodial wallets still are able to do anything like that, but they will, if they do, like Elias alluded to, if you can't prove who you are, they won't help you either. So,
yeah.
But this unfortunately is one of the downsides to cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is wonderful in so many ways. It gets around so many of the issues regular currency has, or Big Brother watching where you're spending your money, etc. But it also comes with a lot of responsibility. If you aren't careful, you literally lose everything. Like Elias said, gone with the wind.
Yeah. Actually, each person is responsible for his own Trust Wallet or any other wallet, not only Trust Wallet. They have to write down, make a copy, and leave it in a safe place so as nobody can get access to that seed words. We call it seed words. Yep. So in any case that you want to use it back again, you can. But if you lost it, it's too difficult. It will be a difficult process to retrieve that wallet again.
Absolutely. Because Trust Wallet, I believe it is a custodial wallet, right?
Yeah. Yes.
They might be able to help you, but I don't give it a high percentage.
Me neither.
I lean towards what Elias is saying, but at least reach out to them to see if there is anything, hey, can I prove my identity? What can I do? But I don't hold out high hopes, so I apologize. We do have record of it. So Julie, if you're on the call, I'm sure you are. She is always such a strong supporter. Have that person send in a support ticket. At least we can get that person their BSC scan, which is kind of like a crypto receipt. And then I'll check with management to make sure we have record that has been paid for. So I don't think that it would impact their eligibility in the raffle if they have lost access to the actual NFT itself, because we have record of payment and we have the BSC scan, which acts as a receipt. But I can't say that definitively. I still have to get that verified. All right, let's jump to the next question. That was the only question that was in the Q&A form.
We have a couple. We have a couple in the chat.
Yep. I see they've been starred. Deanna, what's the next question?
I am struggling to post on Twitter, and if I post, it does not show free entries.
So that one, there's a couple things that I recommend. Log out of your app and log back in. If you're not seeing the free entries tally or total in the upper right-hand corner in your app go up each time you post, sometimes there's just a lag. We use a program called, oddly enough, Pusher. It pushes the free entries from our platform to the app itself. So as with anything, if there's any lag in the server times or information that comes back from the app to the dashboard, that's why we put it can take up to 2 to 5 minutes for your entries to post. But if you log out of the app and log back in, I do that on my iPhone. iPhone doesn't update everything as quickly as my Android test phone does. So just log out, log back in. And then I did see further down, this is what I highlighted. Sylvie, love Sylvie to death. She is such a strong volunteer supporter of Avazoo. She is using the BlueStacks emulator on her computer to do her Twitter posts. Apparently, Sylvie had issues where she wasn't able to post in the app, but she is able to post from an emulator. If you're out there and you don't understand what an emulator is, it's essentially an Android program that you can run on a computer, and you can load that emulator with any app that is on Google Play Store. Let me take that back. I don't know of any app, but I don't know of any apps that won't run on an emulator if it's an Android app. Apple doesn't have the same, but there's many emulators out there. BlueStacks just happens to be one of the more widely used, and gamers use it for being able to play an Android app game. They want to be able to play it on their desktop or on their laptop instead of on a smaller screen mobile device. So that's emulators are being used widely for that. But if you Google emulator, BlueStacks will come up. It's free, and they've got a tutorial help you get it installed, and then you load Avazoo app on that emulator, and then it works very similar to the app on your Android device. It's not exactly the same. It does take a little bit longer, but you can post your banners. You can go to your sponsors and supporters. You can pretty much do everything in an emulator that you can do in your mobile device in the application itself. Just keep in note, we don't support any emulator, and we don't troubleshoot any emulators. It's just not. It's not one of the things that we use, or so we don't support it. So if you do have an issue or you do need help, make sure to reach out to their help desk or look through their tutorials or their frequently asked questions. We don't do this to be mean. It's just the training involved to support emulators would be a full-time job for a couple people. Deanna, next question.
Okay. How will one know that you are in the round robin?
So I can't say this with 100% surety, but I have heard that once the round robin is closed, those that have qualified will be notified, and you will also be able to see it in your profile in your dashboard. That is what I've heard. I cannot say that 100% because I know that they were talking about the different ways that they were going to do it, and I wasn't involved in that the final conversation, or if there has been a final conversation yet. But it should be, you'll get an email, and it should be you'll see it in your profile in your player dashboard. That's subject to change. That's all I have to say.
Okay. Who are the ones that will receive emails? I believe she's talking about the countdown emails to pay, I believe.
Okay. So in our platform, we have a table, a database of individuals that have registered for the raffle, but at the time we either didn't have a payment option available. Essentially, Deanna, that's it. They registered, but at the time we didn't have a way for them to make payment.
Right.
We are reaching out to those individuals. It's not anyone that has a promotional ticket. I apologize. There were a few people that were in the reserve ticket list that were promotional, and they did get the email. We did get some help desk. We got 2 help desk tickets today saying, hey, I got this email and it's telling me I have to pay, but when I go into my dashboard, it says I'm promotional and I can't pay. That is correct. I apologize that there were 75 individuals in that reserve ticket holder spreadsheet or database, and there was a couple that were promotional that didn't get filtered. So if you are a non-promotional raffle ticket holder and you've registered for a paid raffle ticket, but for whatever reason did not pay, you are the ones that will be getting the email. We have tested the email. The email that went out yesterday that basically said, hey, here's a friendly reminder. You have a reserve ticket, and if you pay for your reserve ticket today, we will give you 500 free entries. You have until the 30th before we have to delete you by EU law. And if we delete you, we also have to delete all of your records, which would be your free entries as well. So if that email got opened, they could be rewarded with 500 free entries for making their purchase yesterday. The email that went out today, we modified it slightly. The one that went out yesterday, I tested it in my Gmail and it went to promotions. So if you're familiar with Gmail and you're on inbox, you've got, hang on, I'm going to misquote here. From inbox, you have primary tab, promotions tab, and a social tab. Yesterday, the email went to promotions. Today we modified and tested it, and it went to primary. If you're a Gmail user, if you scroll down a little bit on the left-hand side and you click on all mail, it will show you every email that comes into your mailbox except for spam, whether it's promotion, social, or primary. But today's email that goes out, it's going to go out to the individuals that did not open yesterday's email, and it will be in the primary email if it's a Gmail, and I believe we've tested on some of the other platforms as well that it goes into primary. Once again, we're doing everything we can to make sure that somebody that registered that might have earned free entries is being notified that we're having to delete on April 30th.
Okay, Sean?
Okay.
I would like to translate this.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay. Bueno, tenemos una pregunta aquí sobre una persona, dijo, ¿quién es lo que van a recibir los correos electrónicos, el que estaba mencionando Sean hace un ratito? Estos son las personas el que registraron para comprar un boleto y no pagaron. Entonces hay un proceso de dar seguimiento por medio de correos electrónicos y van a recibir los correos electrónicos. Si la persona abre el correo electrónico hoy, por ejemplo, y hizo el pago y todo, va a ganar, por ejemplo, 500 entradas gratuitas. Pero si no abre hoy, va a recibir mañana otro correo electrónico y depende de la decisión, puede recibir un poquito menos de entradas gratuitas. Si llega hasta el final del mes, ya se eliminan cuenta del sistema de Avazoo. Entonces es muy importante que usted, si conoce a algunas personas que compraron un boleto y no pagaron, que hazlo de aquí hasta el final del mes. Ahora, hay algo también muy importante. Estos correos son para las personas el que compraron y no pagaron. Si usted tiene un boleto promocional, no se preocupe, usted tiene un boleto promocional, tiene un regalo, usted no necesita pagar nada, ¿ok? Estos correos son para las personas el que compraron un boleto y no pagaron, ¿ok? Ok, Sean.
All right, thank you very much. I noticed there was somebody that asked to make sure to translate that one. Thank you, Elias, for doing that. My Spanish is, I can follow 90% of everything you are saying. I just could never say it.
You understand, but you can say it.
Right. If I tried to say it, it would be about maybe 50% correct. So one or two margaritas, it might be 55% correct because I'm a little less, I wouldn't care if I was wrong. But so as many of you know, I lived in Mexico for 5 years and I lived in Spain for a year. So I do have Spanish, but it's so nice to have somebody that actually speaks Spanish regularly translate for us. Okay, so I just noticed in the feed, okay, I'm going to say this name. Please forgive me. Chuck Wumeka Udensi. He posted that Trust Wallet has a disclaimer that says if anyone loses the 12 passphrase or seed keys, the wallet is lost forever. So
this is what I know.
Yes. Yep. And I was 90% sure of the same thing. Like I said, when I had to verify identity to get back into one of mine, that's been 7 years ago. So I was pretty sure you were exactly right. So here's the thing, Julie, I saw that you posted in here as well. The individual that this happened with, have them do a help desk ticket so we can at least get their BSC scan, the BSC scan to them so they have record of it. We have record of it, but it's always better if they have record of it as well. And my hope is they didn't have very much cryptocurrency in that wallet. I'm hoping that they set it up just for this one purchase and that was it, because I still would reach out to Trust Wallet, but I don't give it much hope, is all I'm saying. but definitely have them send in a help desk ticket so we can get them their BSC scan receipt, if you will, so they have that in their possession. All right, Deanna, do we have any other questions?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, there's a question about if there's going to be a form to fill out today. And what I was thinking is, no, there is not a form. But if I've written down a few questions that we can put in the form on Saturday so that they can answer the question on that form. And that way they can prove that they've seen this webinar.
Call. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I wasn't made aware that we would have to have a form for today. So
Okay.
I apologize. Just if we were supposed to,
Okay.
I do see a question from Daniel. Someone who reserved a ticket in an unrestricted country, but is now living in a restricted country and receives the email to pay. Is there anything he or she can do? So the legally, let me think about this for a split second.
Wouldn't that be
Avazoo-
like purchasing your ticket from, well, you're traveling to another country?
Well,
Or
but
no?
if they're, it has to do with country of residence. Avazoo has restricted ticket sales to certain countries around the world for various reasons. Some countries view this as online gaming and they do not allow this for residents of their country. Other countries have restrictions on holding a cryptocurrency wallet, so that country cannot purchase a NFT. The United States is a restricted country because the federal government does not regulate raffles. They put that back to the states to regulate. So essentially that means you have 50 different mini countries that each interpret and regulate raffles differently. And all it takes is one state to create a problem, and then it creates a problem for the entire raffle. So that's why the US is a restricted country. So the issue is if they reserved the ticket when they were a resident of a non-restricted country, but they moved to a country where it is restricted to purchase, that's what the system's going to pick up on. They're living in a country where we cannot sell a ticket to without having something negative happen. Whether we would be breaking the laws of that country, or whether we would be opening the raffle up for litigation, say if it were somebody in the US trying to purchase the ticket. If they are outside of that country for a vacation, if they go across the border, as long as their IP address does not show them in that country when they make the purchase, it's all tied to country of residence, not country of citizenship. Somebody from a restricted country, I could go on a cruise if I didn't work for Avazoo. And as long as I'm in international waters, a US resident could purchase a ticket because Avazoo is not selling the person a ticket while they are in the United States. So the same with the Philippines. The Philippine government does not allow it. But if the person from the Philippines were to be on a cruise or visit a friend in a neighboring country where raffle tickets, where we are allowed to sell, they can make that purchase. So as long as the individual is, goes across the border, as long as the system does not show their IP in that country at the time of purchase, then they can finish the purchase process. But unfortunately, if they're now residing in a country where sales are restricted, or if you're visiting a country where sales are restricted, you don't even have to be a resident. We cannot sell a ticket if the IP address comes back and says this individual is on a computer or on a mobile device based on their IP address. Yeah. So, Elias, do you want to just share that briefly?
Okay. Voy a explicar a ustedes algo muy interesante porque había una pregunta. Si una persona estaba viviendo en un país que está permitido la venta de boletos y después él hizo registro y reservó un boleto, pero después pasó a otro país y está viviendo en otro país donde la venta de estos boletos está prohibida. Entonces, en este caso, ¿qué puede hacer él? Hay que entender algo muy importante aquí. Depende el sistema de Avazoo y qué IP detecta al momento de la compra. Si el IP es de un país que está restringido, no puede hacer la compra, no puede hacer para nada. Por ejemplo, en Estados Unidos, si en Estados Unidos es prohibido la venta de boletos, pero si hay alguna persona del Estados Unidos, está en un crucero, está en aguas internacionales y allá compró un boleto, esto sí es válido. ¿Por qué? Porque no compró el boleto en la tierra americana. Entonces, compró afuera, en aguas internacionales. Entonces, esto sí se puede hacer. También lo mismo, por ejemplo, en Filipinas. En Filipinas no puede vender boletos, pero la persona que vive en Filipinas se fue a un país alrededor que sí se puede vender boleto, puede comprarla en este país sin ningún problema. Pero al momento que el sistema detecta el IP y este IP es de un país restringido, es prohibido, no puede hacer la compra. Ok, Sean.
Excellent. Thank you. All right. Deanna, any other questions?
Yes. Will the payment need to be done by everyone, owing free entries also? I'm not positive.
I think she is, or he is, I don't know, thinking about the payments that we were talking about the emails. So I think they are mixed up something or something like this. I think they think that the payments are for everybody, and it's not.
Yeah, so that's from Frederica Sasanis. If you are if you've reserved a ticket, a paid ticket, not a promotional ticket, and you have free entries, if you do not purchase that ticket by Sunday, you will lose the reserved ticket and any and all free entries that you have earned. So yeah, it just pertains to those that have reserved to purchase a ticket, not a promotional ticket. And if they have free entries and they don't pay by Sunday, then they lose the reserve ticket and any free entries. We have to delete their account. We can't even keep their account information. Somebody asked, hey, if I sign up again, can you restore my free entries? We by law, we can't keep that information. So there's nothing we have to restore.
Okay.
Anything else?
I think we have a Spanish question over here.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. There is a question from Gloria Murillo. Elías, ¿puede explicar los de las billeteras de todas? ¿Se puede hacer el pago? Yo tenía la trust. Okay. She's asking about the wallets and if she can make the payment with any wallet. So let me answer her.
Yes.
Okay, Gloria.
Any wallet. Any wallet.
Okay. Sorry?
She can make. She can purchase a raffle ticket or an NFT with any wallet that supports one of our
tokens, like the BSC and the red.
It just has to be one of our posted tokens. One of the. Drawing a blank on what they're called. They're the non-volatile token. They're the more stable token. Stable. That's the word.
Stable coins.
Yes, stable coin.
Okay, Gloria. Usted puede hacer la compra de cualquier billetera que tiene o soporte las monedas en que nosotros trabajamos. Por ejemplo, si usted entra a la página, hay varias opciones. Por ejemplo, tenemos el stable coins como el USDT, tenemos el BSC, hay varios. Entonces, depende de la página, usted puede ver las monedas, el que usted puede pagar, y si tu billetera ¿soporta esta moneda? Sí, se puede hacerla. Y hoy en día casi todas las billeteras soportan casi todas las monedas. Se necesita posiblemente una que otra que no, pero sí se puede hacerlo con cualquier billetera. Ahora, en el caso tuyo, Gloria, yo sé que usted tiene un boleto promocional, entonces usted no necesita hacer pago de nada. Me explico. Porque tu boleto es promocional, porque yo le di el boleto, me explico. Entonces usted no necesita hacer ningún pago en este caso. ¿Ok? Gracias, Gloria. Ok, Sean.
Yep, and just for all of our non-Spanish speaking members out there, Gloria just asked, hey, can she purchase a raffle ticket or an NFT using any wallet, or does it have to be a specific wallet? As long as the wallet you have supports one of the stable coins we accept, you can use any wallet you want. You're not required to use a specific wallet. Your wallet just has to support one of the stable coins or tokens that we accept as payment. Case in point, the US, we can't use the Binance network. We can get a Binance wallet, but it's not the same Binance wallet that the rest of the world has. Crazy US laws. They treat cryptocurrency like a commodity like sugar or corn, as opposed to a currency like the dollar or the yen or the euro. Just another craziness there. But so I couldn't pay with one of the, I can't pay on the BEP20 network if I could purchase a ticket. But as long as your wallet supports one of the stable coins that we accept in form of payment, you can use any wallet you want. All right. I am just looking myself to see if there is anything else. There's one from Tanya Pacheco. Do you see that one?
Let me check. Yes, I saw it. Yes. Let me read it. Okay. Hola, buenas tardes. Cuando publico los banners en Twitter y LinkedIn, veo que se publican en las diferentes aplicaciones, pero en la aplicación de Avazoo no se refleja y no cambia de color. Okay, she's asking about posting in Twitter and LinkedIn. She said that when she posts normally, she can see the post, but when she posts using the application, the Avazoo application, it does not post in the LinkedIn and the Twitter account.
Okay, and also it doesn't change to the lighter
color.
Yes. Lighter green. So
yeah, the share button changed from green to white. It does not change color.
So the changing of the color is lag time between servers. If she logs out and logs back in, it gives it a few minutes and logs back in, it should change color. I'm more worried about if she posts the banners and then she goes into her Twitter or into her LinkedIn and the banners aren't there.
Yes, this is
that concerns me. If that is truly what's happening, if she's posting from her device, she goes in to check to see if the banner is there and she's not seen the banner. Once again, there could be a lag time, but if after 5-10 minutes it is not there, please put in a support ticket, info@Avazoo. We just need to know make and model of your mobile device. So is it an iPhone? Is it an Android? If it's an Android, is it a Samsung, an LG? That helps us narrow down where to look code-wise. And then any other information the person can give, it just cuts down on the time it takes our team to recreate the issue. But if it's truly, it doesn't show up, we need to know that because obviously there's a glitch there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let me explain.
Always log out, log back in.
Ok, let me explain. Tania, ok, sobre el problema de Twitter y LinkedIn, hay que saber ciertas cosas. Por ejemplo, si usted publica en Twitter y LinkedIn y regresa después a Twitter y LinkedIn y no mire el banner que usted publicó, ok, esa es una cosa. También, si el botón del cambio del botón verde se cambia a blanco, esto puede ser por tardancia entre servidor y servidor y la velocidad del Internet también afecta mucho. Entonces, usted puede salir de la aplicación, cerrar sesión y después de 2, 3 minutos, 5 minutos, vuelve a entrar a la aplicación y mire si cambió de color. Si no cambió de color, entonces sí tiene problemas de lentitud en el Internet entre servidor y servidor. Pero es muy importante de ver exactamente si lo que publicaste en Twitter, en LinkedIn, se aparece o no se aparece. Porque si aparece, va bien, no hay ningún problema, es un asunto de tardancia entre servidores. Pero si no aparece, me interesa saber más información sobre tu teléfono, la velocidad del Internet, qué versión está usando, si es iPhone, si es Android, si es Samsung. Todos estos detalles es muy importante para nosotros para definir dónde está el problema exactamente. Entonces, necesitas confirmar si usted cuando entra a Twitter y LinkedIn, usted puede ver lo que publicaste o no puede ver lo que publicaste. En este caso, te recomiendo hacer un boleto de soporte y pone el caso exacto, qué pasa con usted o qué está pasando, mencionando también los detalles el que acabo de pedir, como el teléfono, la marca del teléfono, la versión de Android, la versión del teléfono, si es Samsung, qué modelo de Samsung, si es otra marca. Es muy importante poner todos estos detalles, el versión de Android, para poder saber exactamente dónde está el problema. ¿Ok, Tania? Así te voy a comunicar con usted en privado para hablar sobre este asunto. ¿Ok? Gracias. Yes, I asked her, but actually she's one of my team. So I will
Okay,
call her in
perfect.
private and I will check her with that with her.
Okay.
Perfect.
What is the fate of those who have promotional ticket?
Hmm?
Did you get that?
No, I did not.
What is the fate of those who have a promotional ticket?
I don't understand the question.
I don't. There, you have a promotional ticket, so you're good. There's nothing extra to do except to continue, using your app and following through and getting additional free entries and enjoying Avazoo.
That's all about it. Because he or she have a promotional ticket, and that's it. They have the ticket. They just need to keep up with what's going on.
Okay, then I have. What about those promotional tickets that have not paid for an NFT? So I believe they're talking about upgrading.
Yeah.
I'm looking myself. I'm not seeing that one.
It's by Louis Okafor.
Okay, I see it. What about those with promotional tickets that have not paid for NFT? So, you're not required. If you have a promotional NFT, it's a promotional. You're not required to pay for that. If you're upgrading the NFT to a personalized NFT, that would be the only time that you would have to pay for that type of entry. But the promotional NFT itself is free. It's just in some cases somebody would pay for the upgrade if they wanted to personalize it.
Okay. I have a promotional ticket, but on my dashboard, I am asked to pay. What should I do?
Nothing.
Take a screenshot of your dashboard and please send that in so we can get that fixed. If you have a promotional entry, your dashboard should not say anything about purchase your raffle ticket now or make your payment now. That was a glitch that happened when we were trying to modify the KYC.
Lewis wrote back, I mean the VIP executives that have not gotten the NFT ticket.
So VIP executives were required to, Deanna, help me out with, I'm having a really hard time with some of my words today. We had to reactivate our accounts way back and either select a VIP distributorship or a $100 VIP promotional ticket. If you were an ambassador, you had to reactivate, and you were offered a $20 promotional entry. So a VIP executive that has not reactivated, if that's what he's referring to, I would have to find out where we're at with that.
Or I think either, I'm thinking that he wants to know about upgrading to an NFT. It's like if you have your VIP ticket, you can still upgrade to an NFT if you'd like, but that's, for an additional fee.
Yeah, that could be. Okay, and then Carl Lucas just posted in his profile under the unsubscribe heading, the answer is yes. And he says he doesn't recall unsubscribing. Yes, so there is a resubscribe button, and it won't delete your account. It will not delete your account or your information if you hit the resubscribe button. We had to put that in there. We are working right now. Our platform is integrated with a program called Mailgun that does all of our emailing. Unfortunately, Mailgun does not offer the graduated unsubscribe options where you can say, I want to unsubscribe just from a newsletter, or I want to unsubscribe from just call reminders, or I want to unsubscribe from all. That's all Mailgun offers, is unsubscribe all. Well, per terms and conditions, your email, when you register and pay for, when you register for a ticket, when you pay for a ticket, or if you have a promotional ticket, part of the terms and conditions that you agree to is that you will remain or maintain access to the email for 2 years. The reason for that is your email address is unique to you. There's nowhere out there that I'm aware of yet where two people can have the same exact email address. So that is what is your unique identifier for the raffle. And the reason for 2 years is some of you will qualify to be in the D-Day raffle. And so that's why the requirement that's the 12th raffle. And that's why we require that you maintain access to the email you use to register. So if you unsubscribe, you'll get the pop-up on the screen that says, caution, by unsubscribing, you are forfeiting your raffle ticket, whether you've paid for it or not. We are getting a different, or we're looking for, I should say, a different email service that has optional unsubscribe, more than just the unsubscribe all, so that people that don't want call reminders won't get those. Or if they don't want a newsletter, they can unsubscribe from a newsletter. But they will keep their email in place so that if they win, not just if they win, but they have to have the email in place so that we can generate their raffle number from the unique identifier, which is the email. So if you look at your profile and it says unsubscribed yes, that means at one point in time, whether you meant to or not, you hit unsubscribe to one of the emails that came out. We put that resubscribe option in there so that you don't have to go through customer support to do this. You can go in yourself and you just hit resubscribe. It doesn't delete your information. At one point, we will have to delete anybody that has unsubscribed. We just haven't been told that that time has come yet. When that time does come, we will make every attempt to reach that person. But if they've unsubscribed from our emails, that's where the challenge is, because our email program, our service provider, they're the ones that control the unsubscribe list. So even if we try to send an email to that individual, it won't go through our system. So that's where it might end up being an SMS message, because as part of the terms and conditions, you've agreed to receive an SMS message. If the email's unsubscribed, the phone number's been changed or terminated, there's no way we can let the person know, hey, we have to remove you from the platform. So if you know of anybody, or if your team, just as a way to help out, let people know, hey, check your profile just to see if unsubscribe equals yes. If it does, click the resubscribe button. That would be very helpful. What we can also do is we can look to see who the referrer is, and we can reach out through the referrer. And like, for example, if it's one of Julie Groom's or Kelly Felgate's, hey, Kelly, it looks like one of your referrals unsubscribed. If this was an error, can you reach out to them and let them know? We'll do everything we can to make sure that if it was by error, they're brought back in when it comes time that we have to delete unsubscribed users. So anything else?
It looks like that is it.
Awesome. All right. Well, I want to thank everybody. I know I'm not Dave, and Dave often has a lot of exciting information. I can only give you what I know. But thank you for joining us today. Like I said, Dave will be doing some live streaming from India. There will be some links in the CRC in the calendar. I can't guarantee that he will use every link that's there, but there should be some live streaming. It will be live streamed during the show, which is in Mumbai, India. So it will be Mumbai, India time. But you can always watch them at a later time. They'll be on our Facebook page, I believe, Deanna. They'll also, there should be links there in the CRC as well. So just thank you. We're excited to see the improvements to the platform, and let everybody that know that both the merchant platform for Visa, MasterCard, and the cryptocurrency platform is up and running smoothly. And we'll see you on the call on Saturday.
I have one more question.
Last question?
All right.
All right. Nope.
Okay. If a player did not complete the sign up to the point of actually receiving the ticket in the Double Down program, what do they do if they want to get in?
So I would say if I understand the question correctly, I would say if they didn't complete the process during the Double Down promotion, they would just go back and register again.
Actually, Dave talked about this, I think, last week, and he said that if they didn't finish the registration, they have to do it again and buy a ticket.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So I would go back to the registration form. Reach out to the person that referred you. They can give you their referral link, and that would tie you to them so that you're part of the family that way. And then just go through the registration process and purchase your ticket that way. All right. Once again, thank you everybody for being here. If you have other questions that come up throughout the week, please don't hesitate to use the Q&A form that comes into our spreadsheet. We review those. Like I said, Justin let me know late last night. So far, it was empty. Then Julie brought one in. We will go through those first and foremost on the Q&A section of the call. And then once we cover the ones on the Q&A form, we will go through the ones that come in the chat. So We will see you on Saturday's call, and thank you again for joining today.
And thank you, Sean.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Elias.
everybody. Thanks, Elias. Thanks, Deanna.
Okay, bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye, everyone.